Welcome again to Denmark 101. Today I want to talk about leaving babies outside. It sounds kind of bleak, sounds kind of horrible, right? It is not, and it's actually a really cool part of Danish and Nordic culture, actually. So the Danes there have been a number of high-profile cases where Danish families, one in particular happened in New York a couple of years ago, have gotten in a huge amount of trouble to the point of almost having their children taken away for leaving their young children in a carriage outside while they went in to do some shopping or do in a coffee shop. So basically what happens, this is a real thing, like when you're walking around Copenhagen, walking around in Denmark, it is, especially in the winter months, it is not that uncommon to see a line of strollers parked in front of a coffee shop or a small sandwich shop. And to see very comfortable, very warm little toddlers in all of them while their parents are sitting inside enjoying a coffee or something along those lines. And as things become a little bit less safe and culture changes, you're seeing less and less of this, unfortunately, but it is still quite prevalent within Denmark and then within other parts of the Nordics. And the thing about it is you're not just kind of like taking a poorly dressed little baby and leaving them outside. I mean, these babies are very warm in super expensive, typically winter gear, and they're just completely happy laying there in their big old strollers. Maybe there's a little rain or something like that. The strollers are waterproof, completely covered. I mean, you name it. And so they're actually much more comfortable just laying there in the stroller than they are, being manhandled or having to sit in the noisy cafe. Meanwhile, for the Nordic parents, they're able to go in and they're usually keeping an eye on them. They have general line of sight to the strollers. But the reality is that yeah, you could in theory you could walk by and you could grab these kids. So again, it's a tribute to how safe the country is. And I guess the fact that you don't have a lot of people running around trying to steal babies, which I guess is a good thing, common sense, I guess, but I guess it's an issue some places. So that part of it's very cool, and it's viewed as something that's fairly normal. So you do see it. So yes, if you were a Nordic baby, there's a good chance that you may have been left outside a few times. Which I think is actually really good because the babies, like they really adjust to it, and I think it probably makes the kids a little bit more low-key as well. So I don't know, not a parenting expert, but if you are here in winter, keep an eye out, just don't steal the babies. Thank you for tuning in, thank you for subscribing. Please leave a comment, let me know if you were left outside as a baby, what you think about it, or even if you regularly leave your kids out. I know if you're coming from the US or somewhere like that, it sounds insane, but it's just part of the normal flow, and I think what we need to do is get the US a little bit safer so we can do that back home. It's pretty cool.